Do you think a cat sleeping is just resting? You see it every day. Very familiar, very normal. But that is exactly what makes it dangerous. The truth is, you are observing behavior, not meaning. This means you may have misunderstood it for a very long time. You did not realize it, because everything still appears fine. But here is the part that makes you stop. Important signals are always very subtle, and you have overlooked them many times without knowing. 1. It sleeps curled up tightly, the ball position. You see it tuck its body in, hide its paws, hide its belly, lower its head. The body closes in. You look and think, it feels warm, it feels comfortable, a very normal position. But this is the part where you need to pause. The truth is, this is not just comfort. This is a defensive reflex. A very deep one. A very old one. In instinct, the abdomen is the most vulnerable point. No bones protect it. No time to react when danger appears. Therefore, when not completely safe, the body will automatically close in. Research in ethology shows that animals tend to curl up to protect vital organs when the environment is not yet stable. This means, when you see it sleeping like this, a part of it is still on watch. Not obvious, not tense, but not completely relaxed. And this is the part that few people notice. It still stays near you, still chooses to lie next to you, but its body has not fully opened. It still keeps a layer of defense. You see calmness, but inside is control. You think it is fine, but in reality, it is holding itself back slightly. Not because you did something wrong, not because it is afraid of you, but because in its nervous system, the environment has not yet reached the level of absolute safety. And this is important. A sense of safety for a cat does not come from a single moment. It comes from repetition, from small signals, stable, consistent. This means just a few small changes from you can shift that state. And when you begin to recognize this, you will see that familiar position in a completely different way. It is not just sleep. It is how it tells you, I am here, but I am still observing. 2. It lies stretched out, exposing its belly. You see it stretch out. Legs fully extended, belly exposed. Breathing slows down. The whole body softens. You look and think it is simply in deep sleep, a very normal state. But this is the part where you need to pause. The truth is, this reflects a very high level of trust, not ordinary comfort. It is the release of defense. In instinct, the abdomen is the most vulnerable point, unprotected. No time to react if danger arises. Therefore, animals only expose this area when they feel completely safe. No doubt. No vigilance. Research from the University of California, Davis shows that deep relaxation states only appear when the environment no longer carries threat signals. This means, when it lies like that next to you, its nervous system has switched off defensive mode. And this is the part that surprises you. Not every cat does this. Not at all times. This position is rare and highly selective. You may live with it every day, yet never witness this moment. Because a sense of safety does not come from proximity. It comes from being responded to correctly, repeatedly, consistently. And this is what you need to understand. It is not just sleeping. It is giving you its most vulnerable state, a state that, in the wild, could put it in danger. You may see cuteness, but for it, this is a decision, a permission. And when you begin to recognize this, everything changes. You will no longer see that position as a habit. You will see it as a signal, a trust built over time. And if it does this right next to you, then there is a very clear truth. You are not just the owner. You are the place where it feels safest. 3. It sleeps with its back turned to you. You see it lying nearby, very close, but with its back turned, not looking at you, not responding. You call it. It does not turn its head. You think it is ignoring you, not interested. There is distance. But this is the part where you need to pause. The truth is, this is a form of trust. Not loud, not obvious, but very real. In instinct, turning one's back is a risk. When it turns away, it cannot monitor what is behind. It cannot see danger approaching. Therefore, only when it feels sufficiently safe does it do this. Research in social behavior from the University of Lincoln shows that cats reduce their level of vigilance when they are near individuals they trust. This means, when it turns its back to you, it is switching off part of its defensive mechanism. And this is the part most easily misunderstood. Because from the outside, it looks like distance, like it does not care. But in reality, it is choosing not to observe you anymore, not to control, not to be on guard. If this feels exactly right to you, then acknowledge it, because you have just touched the core of the issue. And this is what you need to understand. Cats do not express trust in the way you expect. They do not maintain eye contact. They do not approach constantly. Sometimes, trust lies in the fact that they do not need to do anything at all. Just be there, calm, turned away, without defense. This does not come from a single moment. It comes from hundreds of small interactions, repeated, stable, without surprise, without startling it. And when you begin to recognize this, the way you see it will change. You will no longer see distance. You will see a very quiet form of connection. It is not avoiding you. It trusts you enough to turn its back. 4. It sleeps on your body. It climbs onto your chest, or your stomach, or your shoulder. Lightweight, warm. You think it just likes high places, or warmth, a simple habit. But this is the part where you need to pause. The truth is, it is reading signals from you, not with its eyes, not with its ears, with its body. In instinct, heart rate and breathing are vital signals, fast or slow, even or irregular, stable or abnormal. All of them carry information about the level of safety. Research in behavioral physiology from the University of California, Davis shows that animals use bodily signals from others to determine the state of the environment. This means, when it lies on you, it is synchronizing with you, checking, confirming that everything is fine. And this is the part where you must pause. It is not just lying there. It is listening to you with its entire nervous system. Every beat of your heart, every small movement, every subtle change. And if you are stable, it will relax. If you are tense, it will tighten. You may not notice, but your body is continuously speaking to it. And this is important. It chooses to lie on you, not by accident. It chooses the place with the clearest signal, the closest, the most precise. This does not come from habit. It comes from trust. A trust built through repetition, through small responses, without startling it, without losing control. And when you understand this, you will no longer push it away by reflex. You will pause, slow down, let it stay there for a few more seconds. Because of it, it is not just a place to lie, it is where it checks whether the world is still safe. And if the answer is yes, then there is a very clear truth. You are not just the owner, you are its safety system. 5. It sleeps but still startles slightly. You see it lying down, eyes closed, but the ears still move. A small sound. It flinches slightly, opens its eyes, then closes them again. You think it is not sleeping deeply. A normal habit. But this is the part where you need to pause. The truth is, it is not truly relaxed. Not because it wants to be this way, but because its body does not yet allow it. In instinct, when the environment is not completely safe, the nervous system retains a level of vigilance, not fully asleep, not fully released, only resting enough to recover, but still ready to respond. Research on sleep vigilance in animals shows that this state appears when the brain is still scanning for potential threats in the surroundings. This means, even when it is next to you, a part of it is still on watch. And this is the part that makes you think. It is not clearly stressed. It does not leave. It does not avoid you. But it is also not completely relaxed. You see presence, but not yet ease. And this is important. A sense of safety does not come from proximity. It comes from consistency, from repeated signals that do not create surprise, a movement that is too fast, a loud sound, a sudden reaction. All of these are enough to keep its nervous system in a semi-alert state. You may not notice, but its body is responding to every small detail. And over time, if the environment becomes more stable, this state will decrease. The ears will move less. The reactions will slow down. Sleep will become deeper, but if not, it will remain the same, and you will think that is normal. But in reality, it is a signal, a very subtle signal that it is not yet completely at ease. It stays near you. It chooses to remain, but a part of it has not yet let go. And when you understand this, you will no longer overlook those small movements. You will see what lies behind them. A nervous system trying to find a sense of safety, but not fully reaching it yet. 6. And this is the most important part. You live with it every day. You see it sleeping, repeated, familiar. You think, everything is the same. Nothing has changed. But this is the part where you need to pause. The truth is, the way it sleeps is changing over time. Very small, very slow. You do not notice. Because there are no clear signs. No single moment is large enough for you to recognize immediately. In instinct, sleeping behavior is not just rest. It reflects an accumulated sense of safety. Every small interaction, every response, every time you startle it, or make it feel secure. All of it is recorded. Research on social bonding from the University of Cambridge shows that social connections change based on repeated interactions over time. This means the way it sleeps today is the result of what has happened before. And this is the most dangerous part. You will not see it suddenly change. You will only notice it comes closer a little less, exposes its belly a little less, reacts a little faster. Very small changes, easy to overlook. You still think everything is fine, but the quality of the connection has shifted, and by the time you realize, that state has already formed long before. This is not meant to make you anxious, but to help you understand that everything is always shifting toward better, or the opposite, depending on what you do each day. No need for big actions, only correct responses, repeated, stable, and if you begin to recognize this, acknowledge it so that more cat owners do not unintentionally harm them, because there is a very clear truth. Cats do not change suddenly, they change gradually, and everything only becomes clear when it is no longer what it used to be. The next time it sleeps, do not just look. Pause for a few seconds, observe its posture, notice whether its body is open or closed. Pay attention to very small changes. But this is what changes everything. You do not need to do more. You only need to understand more accurately. When it comes close, do not react immediately. Touch gently, or simply be there. Keep a steady rhythm. Repeat it every day. You did not do anything wrong on purpose. You just have not yet understood how it feels safe. If you do not want to just own a cat, but truly understand it, follow along. You are not perfect, but to a cat, you are its whole world.